Hello and welcome to Scaredy Cat Films, where we break down scary movies. And I know, a lot of people probably don't consider Mortal Kombat a scary movie, but I mean it's closer than most, and probably scared some people. I figured with HBO Max releasing the new Mortal Kombat movie, and having the original on it, I'd go ahead and do a breakdown of the series, starting with the 95 version, then Annihilation, maybe, and of course ending with the new one. So look out for those. Mortal Kombat is of course a video game series, and one I enjoy a lot. This film was based on the original game and parts of the second one, and is a pretty faithful adaptation. The original game told its story through biographies of the characters, and were told even better in the film, I think. The movie was directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who's probably more known today for directing and being part of the Resident Evil series of films. When it was released, it was a huge commercial success, making $122 million worldwide off of an $18 million budget. It's widely considered to be the first successful video game movie. It gets the characters right, it's fun, has a lot of good action, but does have one glaring issue to some people, which is that it was rated PG-13 and featured no blood or fatalities, a major part of the video games. I'm completely fine with this, and actually think it gives the movie this weird charm. Anyways, I've been rambling enough, let's get into the breakdown for... The movie starts by introducing us to our three main characters. Liu Kang is our main hero, and he's having a nightmare about Shang Tsung taking his brother's soul. Next we meet Sonya Blade. She's on a mission to capture Kano, this guy, for killing her partner. Kano's with Shang Tsung, who wants him to lure Sonya onto his boat later. We then meet my favorite of the bunch, Johnny Cage, a martial artist turned Hollywood movie star. Shang Tsung, disguised as Johnny's old mentor, tricks him into going to a fighting tournament to prove he actually has skills. We follow Liu Kang to China, where he grew up with Shaolin monks, and meet his grandfather. We get some exposition and learn that Liu Kang was meant to train and fight in the Mortal Kombat tournament, but couldn't take the pressure and left to America. With his brother being killed by Shang Tsung, he's now going to fight in the tournament for revenge. Raiden, the god of thunder and lightning, shows up, and Liu Kang just believes him to be a beggar, and sets off to the boat to Shang Tsung's island. At the dock, while waiting for the boat, Johnny and Liu Kang meet.
When the ship comes in, could you put these on board?
You want me to carry your luggage?
Yeah. I pay money, you carry the bags. Or is that too complicated?
No. I got it.
Good.
Thank God I didn't ask him to park the car.
Sonya's there as well, looking for Kano, and sees him get onto the boat. She then chases after him. Our three main characters all finally meet, and while looking for Kano, Sonya runs into Shang Tsung. Johnny and Liu accompany her, and we get an awesome entrance for Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Got that radio handy?
Raiden shows up before anything can happen, and reminds Shang Tsung of the rules of Mortal Kombat.
Your sideshow freaks attack my fighters. That is expressly forbidden before the tournament.
On top of the boat, Raiden tells the three that if Shang Tsung wins 10 tournaments, that him and his minions will invade Earth. He says that he's already won 9, so they will need to win this one to save Earth. We finally make it to Shang Tsung's island. We meet this movie's Reptile, and yeah, that didn't really hold up, did it? We get a few scenes of everyone getting welcomed, and then follow Sonya, Liu, and Johnny as they explore and go after Shang Tsung. We then get our first tease of Goro.
Sonya, you go ahead. Find out what that was. Lou and I'll wait right here. What?
And then we actually see him, while he interacts with Kano. Our three heroes get lost and then get to an open dining room. Our first big fight scene happens with the Mortal Kombat theme and everyone kicking ass. Our group wins, of course, and we cut to the next day and finally start the tournament. Liu Kang is the first to fight and goes against some random dude. Liu Kang of course wins, and Shang Tsung takes the loser's soul. Next is Sonya, who goes against Kano. They have a good fight, with Sonya ending it by snapping Kano's neck.
No, Sonya, don't. Oh, give me a break.
Okay.
Now's my favorite fight of the movie, Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. Johnny avoids Scorpion's hookshot, and then he does a shadow kick and the two literally have a fight in hell. Scorpion tries to do a fatality on Johnny, but Johnny gets the upper hand and kills Scorpion. Ending the fight with a friendship. We then get a fight between Liu Kang and Kitana. I didn't mention her earlier because she's mostly unimportant to this movie, but she's basically a love interest for Liu Kang. During their fight, she tells Liu Kang in his next fight that he has to use the element which brings life. Okay. Their fight ends in a draw, I guess? A standstill? No one wins or loses. And we go straight to Liu Kang fighting Sub-Zero. During the fight, Liu Kang remembers to use the element which brings life, which is water. Water! He throws a bucket of water at Sub-Zero and the water turns into an icicle, stabbing and killing Sub-Zero. We then get a montage of Goro just defeating a bunch of people. He then has a fight with Art Lean, a random character made for this movie. And Art Lean is no match, and Goro kills him with a punch to the head. Raiden meets with our main group and gives them a pep talk. Our characters start to do some reflecting, and Johnny decides to fight Goro himself so that Sonya won't have to face him. The two show up to face each other, and Goro breaks Johnny's sunglasses. The fight starts, and we get a signature move from Johnny.
Let's dance.
Johnny takes the fight to a cliff, and we get this iconic line.
Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
He then kicks Goro off the cliff, winning the fight. Shang Tsung kidnaps Sonya, and Johnny and Liu Kang go after. Liu Kang finds Reptile, who uses the statue to take a human form. Don't ask, because it's not explained at all. We then get an epic Liu Kang vs. Reptile fight, bicycle kicks included. Liu Kang beats Reptile, who turns into a bunch of bugs, and then Liu Kang squishes him.
Oh, no, you don't.
Kitana is just here, and leads Johnny and Liu Kang to Shang Tsung. They use a disguise and surprise him, and Liu Kang challenges him to Mortal Kombat. We get a huge final boss fight with Liu Kang fighting Shang Tsung, as well as all of his stolen souls. In the end, Liu Kang is victorious and uses his classic fireball, which looks more just like red energy punch, I guess, and causes Shang Tsung to fall into a pit of spikes and die. Raiden and our three heroes go back to Liu Shaolin Temple to celebrate, but are interrupted by Shao Kahn, the true big bad guy.
I don't think so.
Our heroes get into their fighting stances, and the movie ends with a banger. And that was Mortal Kombat from 1995. A fun movie that still holds up today. Next time we'll be looking at Mortal Kombat Annihilation, unfortunately. It's not a good movie. And then we'll be checking out the brand new 2021 film. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.